Yeah, apparently Disney drew Ariel's face from pictures of me. Yes, and that's really cool and lovely. This is something that I didn't know while it was going on, and then about, I would say, a year after the film came out, they asked me to do sort of a making of behind the scenes special on it, and they told me then, which I thought was really cool. Initially, what drew me to the show was Ricky Blitz's script. I read the script about a year and 3 months ago, and every pilot season, an actor who I've been very, very fortunate, so I get about 15 scripts on my desk, and I have to go through and read it, all of them, and I have to tell you, usually I don't like any of them. And this script I kept going back to and back to. I thought it was so well written, but beyond that, the writing for women was so strong, and I thought that was really important. I know it is totally fair that I have a 15-year-old son. I'm going to be 38 this year, so the math works out, but it still doesn't quite seem fair, does it? I feel like I skipped a couple of steps in the career, but that's okay. I'm a very maternal person, so it's not that weird for me to be playing a mother. I mother everybody anyway. I'm Italian. That's what we do. We want to feed everyone. We want to fix everyone's hair. But yeah, she's a single mom. She's recently divorced, and she's never had to date before. So for her, this is all really new and terrifying. But also exciting, I think, in a weird way, because she's kind of getting to maybe have a second opportunity at living the part of her life that she skipped over, getting married so young and having a child so young. I got married in August to the most wonderful man in the world, but pretty much my entire dating life before him was romantically challenged. I don't think there's anyone on the planet that hasn't had some kind of romantic challenges along the way. For me, it was just awkward. I was awkward dating. I wasn't a good dater, to the extent I was so bad at it that I tried to do everything not to have to date. So I just get into relationships with people that I should not have been in relationships with, because I just didn't want to go through that whole dating process. And I think that's the other, the thing that I love so much about Rebecca, my character, is even though, I'm not divorced after 15 years of marriage and don't have a 15-year-old child, I can totally relate to the awkwardness of what she's going through and her not being good at it. Occasionally, I'll talk to them maybe a couple of times a year, but, it's a weird thing when you work so hard with people. I was on that show I was 11 to 19, which is pretty much your entire childhood. And then when it was over, I just remember crying and crying. Same thing with Charmed, by the way. I cried for 2 weeks straight when Charmed ended. You get so close. Because really what it comes down to is you're spending more time with these people than you would your actual family or your friends, because you're working so hard. So to say goodbye is awful.